Hey everyone, I'm Greg Toogood. Welcome to this week's episode of Bush and Elk presents Prairie Pursuit. This week we're in northwest Alberta in pursuit of elk and moose with a bull.
Good job.
Sheesh. I don't know if it gets any better than that, man.
Bushnell's Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by Bushnell Canada, Hornady, Black Rock Automation, JB's Sausage Maker Supplies, Ultimate ATV and Off-Road Training, OK Tire Park Street Regina, Trail Runners Canine Training Center and Labradors, Butcher's Best, Capital Auto Mall, Customize, North Pro Sports, Rev Energy Services, and these fine sponsors.
I never go anywhere without stopping at JB's first. Hey everyone, I'm Greg Toogood. Welcome to this week's episode of Bush and Elk presents Prairie Pursuit. This week we're in northwest Alberta in pursuit of elk and moose with a bull.
I can see how it would work.
We actually found a cut line, moose beds in it, and this great big marsh area. That's beautiful. I'm betting if you want to kill a moose with a rifle, it's the place to be. That's what we're looking for. That is brand new elk poop. Oh, baby. That's a big bull moose track. Look at the size of that hoof. Hiking through the bushes. Seemed like a fantastic trail, like crazy busy with like animal sign. It looked amazing. And I caught a little whistle, and there was another hunter up in a tree. Just apologized for busting his hunt, and he was good with it. He was actually really friendly and super good about it. It just happens, right? And it's amazing that can happen in such a massive area. But I guess that means we're on the right track, we're in the right spot. We're just getting away from them, heading to a different spot. We're gonna head a little bit south, try and find an open area where there's lots of traffic, lots of sign, and try and wait it out. So we just got out of the bush into that oat field, and I could hear the jaws snapping, and I knew couldn't see anything, but I knew there was a bear. And 3 cubs went right up the tree, and Mama, she stayed at the base, and she was staring us down pretty good. So that's a pretty good sign for us to head a different direction. That was close. we walked past here a few times now, just in the last couple of days, and we've never noticed this. This is brand new, fresh. You can still see the green on the tree here. My guess is an elk, and it's really in here thrashing it up. Just an absolutely gorgeous morning. Dead calm, so you can hear anything. We just heard nothing. Well, incredibly grateful for the opportunity to drive this 2019 Duramax from Capital. It's the first time I pulled this trailer with a brand new GMC with a brand new Duramax, and it was a dream. Really, most of the time I actually couldn't feel that the trailer was back there. It was just a fantastic drive up here. Probably one of the easiest, most relaxing, comfortable long drives that I've had in a long time, especially pulling a trailer. To do something right. Hi, my name's Greg Sugar. This is my dad, Ron.
When Greg asked me to come on this hunt up in this Grand Prairie country, it was an opportunity to come back to Alberta, where I was born and raised and where I learned to hunt. And the drive up here, it was fun just talking to Greg, and as we passed certain places that created memories for me that we discussed and talked about, like we waved at my mom and dad, the graveyard they're in, as we came through Edmonton, and just talked about some of the things that I experienced as a kid, where my wife caught her first fish with Grandma and Grandpa and us in a boat, and it's just a pleasure to come up here. Sitting in Alberta with BC in the background, it's like old home week for me. We have very supportive families and wives behind us that let us do these things, and we are very blessed in that way, that they let us go and do these things, and they're at home looking after the rest of the world as we sit out here in the wild and just enjoy nature. We are very, very fortunate.
Had a great week in northern Alberta, the Grand Prairie area. Always hunting with my son is always so special for me. Are you gonna walk the road then, or are you?
Yeah, I think I'll walk the road.
Okay. It's been a real special week. It's been a real eye-opener for both of us. Similar terrain to what we're used to hunting in, but just different hunting techniques. It's been taxing but fun. We've made it fun. I'm tired right now. I'm not kidding about that, but we've met a lot of new people and seen a lot of different country. Just exciting for me to be out here. It's our last night. It would really be nice to see some animals, but that's just the way hunting goes. It's not all about the kill. It's about being out in God's wilderness and just enjoying the people we are with. This morning we had this fog roll in, which really didn't allow us to see that far, actually. Really couldn't glass much. Probably only 200-300 yards. Just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful morning out here.
Pretty nice to get settled into camp here in Alberta, and we found out that we were going to have some wonderful outdoor facilities, the outhouse with a view. So pretty excited to check the outhouse out here. And I'm always up for an adventure. Not that one. Looks like we're going to be taking care of business with a bigger, better view.
Dad's 72 years old, and he's been waking up with me at 4:30 in the morning for the last week with his bow, and we haven't seen a thing. And he still crawled out of bed this morning, walked into his tree stand, was making jokes all the way. So growing up as a kid, I only went elk hunting with Dad a couple of times. I never actually held a tag. I was just to tag along and another person to walk through the bush, another set of eyes. It wasn't until I was 25 years old that I got my very first elk. It was a cow elk on a draw, northeast Saskatchewan. And from that time on, I was hooked. We filled the freezer with the meat. That was what we ate for the year. From that point on, it was, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to go and get in the fall so that we can enjoy eating it for the next year until I get to go again. So 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to start filming with Canada Hunts, Prairie Pursuit with Wild TV. I knew I had to get an elk hunt in. It was just what had to happen. We had a pretty good idea where some elk were going to be showing up, where they've been hanging out. So we got Jay Eisworth here from Customized Car Audio in Regina, and we're out on an elk hunt in the middle of September in northern Saskatchewan. We're just checking out some different land and making a plan for the evening. We spotted some elk in the country right in this area. So we set up an opening day of elk season. Just getting the bipod put on. Some tall weeds here, I think will probably help me. Opening day elk season. We're just gonna hunker down for the next couple hours, stay nice and low. It's been a hot day, hoping that the elk want to come out as soon as the sun drops a little bit lower and starts to cool down.
Right guy. Got him. Left or right? Right.
This Bull Elk Steps Out.
Take the shot.
It gives me the opportunity, and I seal the deal.
I just shot a bull elk. I gotta keep an eye on him. I just want to make sure he's down. They are strong animals. I'm gonna sit here. I gotta watch and just make sure. Did that just happen? Did that seriously just happen? Where is he? Right there. He's right there. Hey, buddy. Look at this. Look at this. What a gorgeous animal. Oh. I can't believe it's just, I can't believe I'm sitting beside another bull elk. They're so tough to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mosquitoes are horrible. It's 20 degrees today. I knew as soon as the sun would go down, the sun dropped behind the trees, and as soon as it dropped behind the trees, a deer came out. I watched that deer for about 15 or 20 minutes, and the elk, I knew there was a trail right here, which is why I originally liked this spot. There's a peg, there's a post, some kind of a metal post in the middle that the farmers can't harvest around. It leaves some weeds there. It was a perfect little hiding ground. Nestled in. Cow came out. He kicked the cow. Well, a cow came out, and I thought, elk, we gotta get on this. I was actually gonna shoot the cow, and then I saw antlers, and obviously she can go make some more elk. And hopefully he did his job to make sure that happens. Oh man, thank you so much. I gotta let Dad know. I'm sure he knows what's going on. He's probably gonna come around the corner right away. Or maybe he's gonna sit till last light. Oh, what an awesome day. So super excited to show you that, as well as the pictures and times, things that we've done over the years, and our passion for elk hunting. We truly love it. I'm excited to get out again this year. I hope you're enjoying the show.
That makes for good television.
I can't believe that just happened.
Good job.
Phew. I don't know if it gets any better than that, man. That is what you call a home run, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
Stars align, boys.
See here, buddy? On the day my son got his first elk, it was so exciting to walk over to see them after I heard the shot, to see the excitement in their eyes, to see their excitement with their hands up, their celebration, their hugging, and to see them walk up to his very first elk was such an awesome experience.
I was saying to my grandpa that it was pretty cool because me and my dad, we had been sitting in the stand for 4 days straight, and last sit of this weekend, and my grandpa, I got to sit with him in my field in the crow's nest with my grandpa using my great grandpa's rifle. That's pretty cool.
All right, so tonight we are on our last night of our archery elk and moose hunt, and Dad and I are going to hang out together in the blind tonight, in a field where he's seen a couple deer, and there's a really good chance of an elk coming out. So there's elk in the area, and elk have been seen in this field. So we'll just set up.
Well, we're finally set up. It's going to be tight in here, but I think we can get a good shot. They'll be focusing on that decoy anyway. Or Miss September out there.
Actually, having the decoy out there makes me feel like I've seen an elk.
Well, I saw one 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Same one.
Whispering, whispering.
Yes, that better.
No, you do.
Can you hear me?
All right, this week I had the opportunity to head to Alberta with Dad. This is Dad's home province, and it was pretty neat to meet the people and get the invite to come out here. And lots of memories on the way back out here for Dad, and pretty awesome opportunity to hang out and explore some new ground. and look for two of the most amazing animals that I like to hunt, elk and moose. So we had a great week. We had a lot of obstacles. We had rain every single day. We had no calling with the elk. We ran into hunters. We had all kinds of crazy things go on during this week, but you know, with having Dad along and keeping things light and keeping me laughing was huge. So we had at the end of the day, we had a fantastic time, and we got some great memories again for a fun week out here. And really looking forward to, now we got the rest of the fall to fill the freezer at home.
Yeah, for sure. When we get together, there's always an adventure of some kind and great memories, and we meet some great people. And Greg said, nice to be back into Alberta. This is where I grew up, and it's just been an awesome trip, and I'm glad I had time to spend with Greg like this. It was amazing.
Huge thanks to Capital Auto for getting us to the 2019 Duramax to get us to Alberta and back safely. It was a fantastic ride. Time to make some tracks home.
Bushnell's Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by Bushnell Canada, Hornady, Black Rock Automation, JB's Sausage Maker Supplies, Ultimate ATV and Off-Road Training, OK Tire Park Street, Regina, Trail Runners Canine Training Center and Labradors, Butcher's Best, Capital Auto Mall, Customize, North Pro Sports, Rev Energy Services, and these fine sponsors.